Well, it's about 100 degrees out here again today. It's Sunday, August 9th, I believe. It's so hot out here you can't even hear a bird. The heat out here has really been oppressive. It's not good for the garden. It's pretty hard on the garden. And the squash, they're just kind of hanging in there. Well, I'm looking for my cat. I don't see him anywhere. His name's Brownie. And the reason we named him Brownie was because his sister kitten at the time was pure black. And Brownie has a little bit of brownness on the back of his neck, so we called him Brownie. But he's always been skittish ever since he got trapped. And my wife has won him over, but I haven't yet. We left him some food to eat and water over here.
So skittish. She's not shy in the patio, but over here is shy. Run away. Hate you. She's in the water. Water connoisseur. She's got 3 places where she gets water. 4. 2 where the birds full are. And she won't be getting any birds because they can see her.
But the black-eyed Susans are doing pretty good.
That won't shut down this way. I need to get over here still. See any old dead flowers there?
No, I don't see any more.
Oh, good, good. I wanted to make sure they don't shut down on me. Good.
So you don't want to bring some in the house?
No, I'm good. I'm good inside. We got flowers that we can use. So we're good. We're good here.
Still have some green bean plants, and I see a bean hanging down there. But for the most part, you can see that the leaves are pretty crispy and burn up. Look how wilted that bean leaf is. You know that's from the heat for sure. The tomatoes are still blooming and still having tomatoes, although not quite as aggressively as they were before. This whole month of August has been at least 100 degrees or above. I'm underneath a shade screen right now. I couldn't stand in the direct sun for sure. These tomato plants in the back are getting the most shade, and they seem to be doing the best, but they're not producing fruit. And here's some more cherry tomatoes. Over there's a chili pepper starting to turn red, ready to pick. Here's a bunch of green chili peppers. I got my finger on one of them. Here's a close-up of one of my hatched chili peppers. And over there's another one. And these zinnias are coming out beautiful, real beautiful. Boy, it sure does make a difference when you're in the shade. Cools right down. The birds are up there in that tree. They're staying cool. They know how to do it. Look at the cactus on the hill. It likes this hot weather. But the pine trees up at the top are struggling, as you can see. They said it'd be a cloudless day, but I see clouds. Here's the water dish I keep out here for the birds, but the cats like it too. I think putting plants in the pot, I think it makes the roots too hot, but it's just a theory. And that's a tomato plant over there that is planted in the ground. It's doing the best of all the tomato plants. because the tomato plant that's in the ground is definitely the greenest. It seems to tolerate the heat the best. Although the same can't be said for the zinnias. They are nice and green, but the flowers are much smaller. Look at the oleanders, they're still blooming. Very pretty white oleanders. And the red oleanders are blooming as well. The grass is nice and green in the shade of this big old pine tree. And the hummingbird feeder looks mighty fine. But over there's a whole bunch of clouds kind of backing up against the mountain. Well, that's about as long as I can tolerate the heat. I'm going to go back inside because it is definitely a hot one.